Phil, give us a surprise team or two that you think could be better than people think or ready to take a leap. Every year we look for these teams. We look at a win total and we say, you know what? That might be the team that takes the leap, whether it's coaching continuity, whether it's a transfer, whether it's an easy schedule compared to last year. Who do you look at as teams that could surprise and be better than some people think this year?
I'm going to focus on two teams. One that could surprise a lot of folks if they make the playoff, and I think they've got a shot at doing it, is Utah. And when you look at Utah, Kyle Whittingham's strengths always along the offensive line and the defensive line. They've got that this year. They've got a number 6 rated offensive line, number 17 D line. Their offense took off last year once Cam Rising became the starting quarterback. Cam Rising's back, has complete control of the offense. They're deep at the running back position. They go about 5-6 deep there. The receivers are solid. So this is a very good Utah team. They're playing in the Pac-12. They do open up at Florida, but I've got them favored there. In fact, I've got them favored in every game. One toss-up game on the schedule at Oregon. But keep in mind, last year they beat Oregon 38-7. They beat Oregon 38-10. So they're very capable of passing that test. And if Utah does indeed run the table this year, I think they'd have a great shot at making the playoff. What's the over-under on Utah right now?
It was 8.5. I think some bumped it up to 9 because I know there's been a lot of support for the Utes this year.
Yeah. So I definitely like Utah. And then another one to take a look at would be the Pitt Panthers. And when you look at Pitt, the big thing is for them, okay, they've lost Kenny Pickett. They've lost Jordan Addison. So they're not going to be a great team this year. But I tell you what, Coach Narduzzi does a tremendous job, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They lose 2-3 guys the NFL every year off that D-line. Well, this year they didn't. They've got practically their entire D-line back, which makes them my number 2 defensive line in the country, an outstanding defense. The offensive line vastly improved. And when I talked to Coach Narduzzi this post-spring going over his offensive line with them, he was just raving about how good they are. One of the top offensive lines in the ACC. They bring in Keaton Slovis from USC. They've got a deep set of running backs. Vincent Davis, Israel Abanikanda are both the quality there. And he said they have the receivers. I mean, they had a kid from Akron nobody knows about right now, and Kanata Mumfield. But he was dominant at Akron, and he was really the player on the field. I think number 1 surprise team in the country and has the potential to get double-digit wins, even win the ACC this year. I like Pitt going over.